Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PSGL PST, Season 31, F3 Division, Round number 9 at Jeddah. I am your commentator, Iron Neon, or as Jared Fosbury, joined in the booth by the OAP himself, Mr. Sondre Sorhaug. Well, Sondre, at Jeddah, how are you today?
I mean, if it's Jeddah, then I am horrible.
Yeah, traumatic memories at this track for Sondre. Especially, I think, what is it? Turn 5 and 6? The main issue. Well, then we've already got people leaving the pit lane already. Noah is the first one, as there's no his teammate's not here today in the McLaren, which is a shame. But we do believe, if our calculations are correct, that the drivers' championship can be wrapped up today, as Shane can't make the round again due to wheel issues. Marlon is here, and if he wins, gets maximum points. And the Norwegian driver in 7th in the Ferrari, Volocum. I do apologize, I'm butchering that name. But yeah, he's got a 53-point gap. Sorry, 43-point gap, I believe. He needs it to, if it goes to 53, he is out of the championship. Mathematically, so he needs a good result there to stay in it. But he basically needs more not to do well. But right now, then we're going to go on board Noah, then, who's going to be the first one to start a lap.
Indeed.
As do you want to go on board with him then, Sondre, the first lap of the day?
Already on board with him. Can predict what you're about to say, you know. As we're heading down the start, finish straight, then into turn 1 for the McLaren driver of Noah. Then straight into turn 2, and that is an invalidation instantly.
It is an invalidation instantly.
SXT Steph, then next driver, he gets through turn 1 and 2 easily, before then heading into turn 4 and 5, I believe this is. Then into turn 6, 7, 8, before he goes into this turn 9. Then, ooh, not sure if that's going to be valid in the rule book. However, it isn't invalidated yet, so we'll keep on board with him as he's still going. Then, and I've completely lost count on the corners, but next left-hander here, we can see him catching Noah here, who's and he's invalidated as well.
While you're on board with Steph, actually Marlon is the first one ahead. He was just behind Noah, who's actually on a genuine lap. Kept it within track limits so far. Nice and tidy on the lap. Obviously, he's leading the championship. He's doing very well for himself in the Mercedes. Round the final corner he goes, then we could possibly see some overtaking opportunities around that. As there's yellows, I believe Noah's backing off. But Marlon then to the line, and it's a 1:27.5 provisional pole at the moment. It's not a bad lap.
Not a bad lap indeed. I am on board with Volocum at the moment as he's in the final sector then. Only one corner left for him as he's heading down towards the final corner, and I think we can see some shenanigans about with overtakes today here, Jared. As we then see Volocum out of the final corner. Down towards the line, it's going to be a 27.7, a little behind.
Yeah, a little bit behind on the pace there, but we've seen it ourselves from him. He can be a bit behind in pace and quality, and then when it comes to the race, strategy comes into play. But not bad for first run, at least, as Nick's invalidated, so he's not finishing his lap. What about MedTC? He is, the other Mercedes. Coming to the line then, moves 6 with a 27.9 then. We've got some of the drivers in the 28.6s. Which is, for now, I would say a bit slow. Yeah, a bit off. F13, I believe, did a 28.1, I believe, was Paul. So I hope the guys can pick up the pace on that. Is Noah back on a lap? Yes, he is. Noah's flying at the moment in the second sector. Will he take provisional pole, though? Lewis Curse, as we've seen, is 1:27.699. 1,000th of a second quicker than the Alpine in third. But here comes Noah then, to the line. Let's see what he can do. And it's 27.8. Goes 6th quickest.
Not the best qualities from Noah so far. However, I don't think there is anybody else but Fruitful on the lap now, who I'm already following as he's heading into this quite long hairpin in the middle sector before heading on to another fast section where we can see it him then into this right-left combination before we get another fast part of the track. It's flat out open DRS, and then he's gonna head into this left-hander before he started the sector 3 at this point actually. Not sure how his sector split was, but nonetheless heading into the final corner. We're gonna see what Fruitful can do as we see him braking, going all the way down to 4th, not further down than that actually. And out of this corner, open the DRS and towards the line, it's gonna be at 1:28.1.
Not the quickest of laps, but he's midfield right now in 11th, in between the Haas drivers, coming ahead of Edward right now, which is not usually the case, but hopefully the Haas team can have a good turnaround. But Steph then is the next one on a lap in the other Aston. There's a person saying easy win for Steph then in the chat as well. But let's see how he can handle the second sector.
Guy who has to set a lap, yep.
Yeah, and his debut as well. Have to wait and see, as Noah's saying, go on, Mall. But right now, though, Steph nice and tidy through a little quick chicane there, approaching the second sector. Make sure you make the car as straight as possible down here to gain the most amount of time. Not too... Ooh, actually scratched that. I was going to say not too bad on the traction, but a bad exit altogether. It's definitely not going to be Paul. As he's approaching now the final corner, we definitely see some overtaking opportunities. Hopefully no crashes or anything like that. But here goes Steph then. Coming to the line then, currently lined in 18th. Where's he going to be on the grid at the moment? He's going to go 8th with a 1:27.9. That mistake probably cost him a couple of tenths, so I'm going to say he could get 6th if he gets a
Tito
better.
heading into the final corner right about now as well to finish his first lap. I think not the best exit, but let's see then. It's... oh, this is going to be a slow lap. It's a 28.8.
Yeah, that's almost identical to my time I set 28.8 of Tito, so...
Yeah,
I would...
Jared, you gotta remember though, you did a 2:28.8.
Nah, I did a 1:28.8. What are you on about? I know you're going about your 2-minute 28.8 because you know, that's just you. But Jabraka then in the Ferrari coming to the line now.
Man, I would be doing a 3:28.8, man.
True. As Jabraka actually wasn't finished lap, he's actually just started a lap in the Ferrari then. That's a bit odd. Is anyone else finishing laps?
Murad is about to finish his lap though, heading into the final corner right as we speak. Going down into second gear actually, before short shifting up into 4th, then heading down towards the finish line. It's not gonna be that quick of a lap. It's a 1:28.2. Room for improvement.
Zavola's also just begun his lap. Yeah, I've just noticed the outlaps are ending before the final corner, so I actually can't tell who's actually on genuine laps. Scorpio and Lewis. He's behind who I was on board with Jabraka, so I think Nick is on a genuine lap right now in the... Nope, he's not on lap either. Jeez. Trying to find people. Jax, he could be on a lap actually. He's used a bit of his DRS. Well then, let's go on board with Jax then. DRS is activated. It's going to be a 1:28 it looks like. No, it's 1:27.9. 3.5 tenths improvement. Moves 8th quickest. Not a bad lap. Jabraka, is he finishing the lap? Yes, he is. Coming to the line, and that's a 27.9 as well. Moves 10th quickest. The grid's getting quite close as well. Again, as usual, as the next up will be, and I'm sorry, that was Zane who's just moved up. Is that Snipes next? Yes, it is. Snipes takes provisional pole. 127.478. Not a bad time.
Not bad, not bad. What about Ferenz out of the final corner? Let's see then. I do not think he's going to beat the lap. He will not. It's a 27.5 though, so it's not far off.
It's not far off indeed. But what about Vol then? The championship contender, but no, he peels into the pit lane. Is that Marlon starting a lap, or is that MedTC finishing a lap? He's just finished
I do
lap.
not know, but FVR Mali is heading into the final corner right now. I think I saw him being 3/10 up, and if that's correct, then he should be on for provisional pole. But let's see then towards the line, and he is 127.452.
Very close there, in between him and Snipes, but the Red Bulls then, second and third now. So we could have a close scrap for the win today. But we are going to go on board with Tito right now. Apparently he's on a flying lap, as both Haas drivers have just finished the laps. Right now Lickle's in 17th, and that's a Haas going slowly. That was Cameron there. He's got no front wing. He's gone into the wall. I'm guessing he's pushed a bit too much in the S section. Hopefully he can get back into the pits to repair the front wing, as Tito has invalidated his run. And it now says he's on an outlap. He wasn't on an outlap. What?
I don't think you have anyone on a lap right now.
Fruitful might be on one. Yeah, Fruitful is on one. He's using his battery. If you want to go on board Fruitful then, Ball, he's currently 16th.
Let's see, Fruitful. Alright. Going through this first sector, now heading down towards this long, kind of swooping hairpin, I would say. One of the few aspects of the track that I like. Nonetheless, out on this quick section before heading into this tricky right-left here, very easily to invalidate. But right now it's just flat out before, I believe right after the second sector split actually, which should be right about here. Another corner that is easy to invalidate, however he gets through nicely. Now just this long left-hander before he heads into the final corner. As the Alfa Romeo moves out of the way nicely, then Fruitful out of the final corner. Let's see then. It doesn't look too bad. Let's see, what is it going to be? 27.7 and 7 so far.
Yeah, not a bad lap time there, especially where he was. He was 16th, moves up to 7th. Just a little bit more of an improvement, and he could be maybe in the top 5. But right now, though, one board with Steph then, who's looking on a better lap than he was. Marlon picked up the pace, 27.2. And there goes Steph, third quickest, at 27.456. Just look how close second, third, and fourth are you.
Oh,
That's Lickle going off there, or
that
was
was
Lewis?
Lewis who spun it in the hairpin.
Oh, well, bottle for Lewis. But Tito then is finishing his run.
Vola has spun it somewhere as well, before the hairpin.
Yeah, he has actually. My voice decided to go then as well. But Tito to the line goes. Oh, actually holds his position with a 28.5, so he does improve, but doesn't improve position.
Oh, Mirage 3/10 up right now, and also invalidated actually. So
that's a shame. What about Nick then? Is he on an actual flight? No, that's Lewis again. Again, I'm mixed up. Is the Mercedes of TC on a lap? No. Is there nobody actually on a lap except Edward? Edward's invalidated.
Mirage could be starting a new one, maybe.
Nah, he's pinned. No. Everybody else is either invalidated or they're coming in.
I guess MedTC is the next driver we'll see do a lap.
Yeah, I think will be the next one. As Tito obviously is going to go into the pits. But Zane will be the next one after MedTC, it looks like, as he's leaving the garage.
You know, I don't think this is a good position for MedTC right now. He might get a lot of traffic on his lap.
Yeah, he could, and that could affect it if he gets blocked. So the drivers who are coming out of track now are going to have to be super aware. There's 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, so there's a lot of people now going to be leaving the pits. So if I was MedTC, I'd slow down and
I
buy
think
your
it's
time.
inevitable for him to avoid traffic. I think he just gotta hope that people get out of the way for him.
Yeah, I hope so as well, as we'll get on board with Zane when he's come around the final corner. But we're going to onboard him MedTC then. On the final corner then, to begin his lap.
And here we go, over the finish line for MedTC then, heading down towards turn 1, 2 and 3, as we see him going through this section already now. Getting nice traction out of there, now heading down towards turn 4 and 5. Very close to invalidating, I think, but he gets through it. Now into this right-hander, and that's invalid.
He's going to be kicking himself, but he does have enough time to do one more run. But you don't really want to do another run on these tyres.
Zane invalidates as well.
Yeah, he does, and Tito's called it dead, and he didn't have enough time to go back out. I believe the next one was an Alpine. It might have been Brand. No, it wasn't. It was actually Mali in second then. Currently on a lap then, passing the S section. Nice twisty part of the track. Got to get it nice and tidy because, as we've seen, little mistakes and it can easily invalidate your run. And he's a couple hundreds up on his time right now, so there is a bit of an improvement, but he needs to find a bit more time if he wants to try and challenge for pole position, as Marlon's 27.2 looks very strong right now. Nice and tidy yet again through the next S section.
Strong first sector from Ferenc, purple it says. I think it might be as well.
Let's have a look, and he needs at least, I think, 3 to 2 tenths just to beat Marlon. 10th north right now from Mali is improving. He's a tiny bit more time to find though in this final part of the sector of the track. As he's approaching the final corner, I'm going to get a nice tidy run. Nice exit, brilliant exit from the Alpine. Is he going to be charging for pole though? It's going to be close, and it's going to be a 27.266. Just misses out there, holds second. And I'm guessing with that voice, he invalidated.
Snipes currently though, I think it said he was 2 tenths up on his lap. If that is correct, and he can keep the pace going in the second and third sector, he could be barely up on his time in the middle sector. Heading in towards the final corner now. He needs to gain some time back here. Let's see then. Not too bad through there. Let's see. Towards the line. It's going to be a 1:27.463.
And Vola doesn't improve.
Fourth.
What about MedTC? MedTC up by a 10th at the moment. Would move him to 13th. Could split the Ferraris. Also going to have to go on board a little as well in a second. And goes 11th quickest. As, the Aston Fruitful spun it.
Steph could be going pole here.
I don't think so. Marlon's just improved to a 27 flat. As Lickle has got no front wing.
Improved to 0.3. So he stays in third.
I think Fruitful needs a new set of brakes because he just drifted into the pit lane there. But that is qualifying over. It's going to be a very interesting grid. But, while we wait for everyone to start readying up and picking their strategies and all that sort of stuff. Sandra, do you want to go over the sponsors?
I will indeed. As everybody should know at this point, GT Omega is PSGL's title sponsor for this season, season 31 that is. GT Omega also one of the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from chairs to wheels to pretty much everything you need. And I'm gonna say it again, Jared, you should take a look at that. Need to upgrade that dusty old wheel you have. Nonetheless, you find them on gtomega.co.uk, and at checkout use PSGL for a 5% discount.
Well then, that is the sponsors then said, and I'll definitely have a look into that in a couple of months. But right now then,
say that every time then, don't you?
Yeah, I've gotta get some money to save, save a bit of money. But
it's gonna take you 10 years to save enough money for that, man.
maybe. But I'm happy with the G29 right now. It's still beating you. But well, we're now waiting for the guys to pick their strategies, and it's clear skies with sign of rain. I hope there isn't any rain, because there shouldn't be at Jeddah, to be honest. But
you never know, maybe it's rain season.
I don't think it's going to rain today with rain season, if there is rain season. But well, remember, there is no formation lap, so we go straight into the race as normal until Cody's can fix that, which they still haven't, and probably won't. But 8 seconds then till the race begins. I'm going to go with a Marlon victory, I think, today. Well then, light sequence has begun then, so we're at 5 red lights now. Round number 9 at Jeddah. And we're underway. Marlon has had a decent start. And straight away ahead of the Alpine and the Red Bulls in the background there. Oh, almost came to cut. Oh, Mali's been hit and he's around, and Steph's got a 3 second. Oh, carnage already into turn 1. As all the McLaren's getting squeezed into the wall by the Alfa Romeo of Lewis Curtis. It looked like, Lewis has been hit from behind and someone's whacked him and he's round, and that's not what Lewis needs. He's probably got some rear wing damage at least, and that looked like it was Noah and Lickle were involved in that accident. But it looks like it might have been Noah. He's got no front wing at all. But back to the action up at front. Marlon has kept it under control, holds the lead. Steph in second. Brand makes a cracking start and already into third.
That's a good start indeed. However, it looks like it's going to be a fight for second among most drivers today. Look at Marlon, almost pulled away already.
Yeah, Marlon's just got a ridiculous pace, but now Vola, he's trying his best to pull away from Murad to try and catch up with Nick. He's got a 1.6 second gap. Oh, Murad's just pushed off. There's another crash. Cameron into the wall. I don't know what is happening, but people are just not using their eyes at the moment.
My God, what is this guy's right out? You can see sparks down everywhere.
I was on board with Tito. There's a lot of cars going wide. Oh, Jabraka there. As Marlon crosses the start-finish line. Start lap number 2, as there's already people peeling into the pits. But look at this, we could have a 3-wide moment. Merc, Ferrari, Aston. And it doesn't go to a 3-wide moment. Med TC and Fruitful side by side. Oh, Snipes get a 5-second speed in the pits. Oh, the Aston's off the track, drifting the car there. Snipes has called it a day.
Oh, Tito, opportunity, and he comes together with Jabraka.
Yeah, yet again, Jabraka just not using his eyes. They just completely closed the door on Tito. And wow, that could have easily ended in a massive crash. But look at Jax. He's looking hungry as well here. He's all the back of Tito, looking for a possible move into the hairpin corner, the first out of 2. Sends it.
Tito trying to stick with it, but he just can't. And Jax takes that position.
Jax does, and already look at the gap between Vola and Med TC, Sondra. 3.5 seconds within a lap. And Vola is already on the back end of Nick, so Vola's been absolutely flying with the pace right now. As the AlphaTauris could go into combat as well. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some investigations at the end of this race now, but Tito's got Zane all over the back of him. After the multi-21. And there we go, to do the switch. Marlon, 31.9. Vola challenged that lap, 31.5. So, Vola's a lot quicker at the point of this race. As our toys are still staying close to one another. But we're going to go up to the battle for second position right now between Steph and Brand. Remember, Steph is on his debut race for this tier. And he's showing some pace, but he's not showing some pace to challenge Marlon right now. Gap's still 1.5. I'm only on lap number 3.
Interesting to see though, Jared, but for once, everybody started on the same tires. We had everyone on the grid on hards. Obviously a couple of people have pitted now after some crashes to mediums, but still.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had one retirement as well who just didn't want to continue. But yeah, completely understand. Everyone was on hards and it's, I think, first this season, but maybe it wasn't all a good idea, especially with the crashes at the start. Maybe it might have been a better option to go mediums or softs, because hards can go quite long around here. But right now, though, Brand is just trying to stay with Steph, but he's not staying within his slipstream, which is a bit odd. I can see what you mean about the sparks, though, Sondre, about the Aston. It's literally on the floor.
Aston?
Yes.
Tito that had a lot of sparks earlier.
No, Steph's getting plenty of sparks as well on the track. Same with the Red Bull in the background. As everyone's starting to close up a tiny bit on Steph as Marlon keeps pulling away. So we are missing an overtake. We'll go on board with it now into turn 1 between Jabraka.
And it's Fruitful and Jabraka battling it out. Fighting for that crucial 8th place.
No, hang on. MedTC's out. Oh, there's been a big incident. He's done a Sondre.
He's gone into the wall, and is that a safety car?
That is a safety car, Sondre, but he's done it literally what you did in another league. Exact same spot, except he crashed out.
Nah, nobody can do it the way I do it, man.
Oh no, you just spin everywhere. But well, Cameron's going to be happy with this because he's going to be able to catch up with the safety car. Strategy might be a bit screwed, but he could go to a medium soft stint.
Well, I think Murad, Noah, and Cameron all are going to be happy about this. They get the chance to catch up. Wait, is it a safety car or is it just a
no. It's a full safety car. Cameron's just past the safety car now. But Marlon's going to be furious because of the gap he pulled.
Oh, obviously, but to be honest though, if I'm Marlon at this point, he showed it at the start of this race. Surely he's going to be able to pull away again.
But if I was Alex, Noah, and Cameron, I'd go back on those hards and, try gamble and take them to the end. Because I won't push it, but hards possibly could make it.
If I was Murad, Noah, and Cameron, I would pit on to the hards and either try to take them to the end or just take them as far as possible and hope for another safety car, maybe.
Why is Fruitful retired? Okay, maybe he had some damage to the car or something, or he's just given up. But why would you retire? That's just stupid. Murad's in the pits.
It's beyond my understanding, to be honest. What about Noah? And
yeah, he's in the pits as well. Cameron's just approaching the final corner. Yeah, if I was them, I would have picked first thing, to be honest. And yep, they're in. Yeah, so hard tyres for Noah as well.
Gonna gamble and go taking those hards as far as possible then.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, it's as long as you keep out of trouble and you don't push the tyres too much. As well, we're looking at an invisible pit crew or whatever. But well, Cameron then leaving the pit lane in 16th, so he has gained a couple of positions. We're hoping to gain some more with this strategy call he's going to pull off. Right now, though, on board of Marlon is leading the race at the moment.
Also interesting to see here, Jared, but none of the hard runners from 13th and up are taking this opportunity to do something different. Everybody's sticking with the hard tires.
Yeah, maybe they think about there's another safety car, especially with the shenanigans the first couple of laps. It isn't a bad shout, but yeah, I think it would have been smart for the hard runners to possibly pit mediums, stretch them for a bit, then go softs at the end, because softs can go quite long. And why is the Aston trying to overtake the Merc?
I'm not so sure, man. I think staying on the hards might be the best option, but still a little surprising to see nobody choosing to try something different.
Yeah. Just have to wait and see, you never know. They could have a weird strategy.
Talking about different. Lewis,
what's he done?
onto the mediums.
Right. Very interesting. I know he got whacked at the start. I don't know if he got any minor damage to the rear wing, but interesting. The safety car is going to probably be in this lap anyway, because Cameron's easily going to catch up. But don't know. Maybe Lewis was listening to me and decided to go the strat I told him. Made him soft, which is now doable. Quite doable, actually, to be honest.
To be fair, it could be...
He could go mediums to the end, but it'll be a push.
19 laps?
It will be a push.
But yeah, maybe. Could try, to be fair.
Yeah, what's Lewis going to lose?
If not, like you said, he can go on to the softs towards the end as well.
Yeah, he'll be pitting around about lap 19 for softs. So, he hasn't got that long.
Softs, fastest lap.
Well, currently the fastest lap is what? I think held by the Ferrari 315. Safety car will be in this lap as well. Yeah, so Vola's right now apparently the quickest man on track compared to Marlon. So Vola just needs to get through this traffic and help himself in the Drivers' Championship, because he needs a good result today and try and outscore Marlon, because if he doesn't get a good result, it's basically game over for the next round. It's technically basically game over now, to be honest, but...
yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it is game over as it stands right now.
But we are underway then. Marlon has gone and he's had a brilliant restart. He's left Steph away. Steph is already 1.2 seconds away then, as Brand is already... I don't know what he's doing. Already trying to defend, warm up his tyres or something. Maybe that wasn't the restart Steph was planning in the Aston.
Zane got caught out as well. He's already 1.1 behind Jax.
Well, France apparently was 1.5 tenths behind. We're going to go aboard with Lico right now, challenging Mali, who was second in quali, but got hit from the behind into turn 1. A lot of people made a mistake with their braking points.
Look at this superior grip for Lewis, though. On the medium tires, gets right onto the back of Murad in that section, dives it down the inside in this hairpin, gets past easily with that grip advantage, right onto the back of Lickle now.
Yeah, but we've seen this from before, Sondre. He makes a couple of overtakes, 2 seconds later he's in the wall.
Oh yeah, that's definitely possible. I think Lickle might have tapped the wall a little there, as we see Curtis burning his battery, making sure to get past Lickle, so that he can use these medium tires for all their worth, as he's now gonna burn a little more maybe. No, actually not. He seems to be running quite low downforce, as he's not really losing to Mali into the final corner.
Well, Marlon picks up the pace. They're on 4 right now on the hard tyres. Lewis, though, is in DRS range, and next up DRS will be inactive. Sorry, will be active.
Inactive?
Not, yeah, I didn't mean inactive. Active. It's Lewis with his strategy. But, well, Lewis is on a charge right now, but I'll tell you, Mali, on the back end of Tito. I have a feeling Tito's got some damage to that chassis or something when Jabraka touched him into the wall. Because he's driving really slow right now.
Look through this section how much those medium tires are carrying him, though. He's gaining everywhere.
Yeah. He's gaining him a lot of time, but he needs to make the overtake quick, because you can overtake, but then you need to catch the guys ahead as well. You need to make this strategy work. If you're doing the medium to soft, or you go medium to the end, then just do what you're doing. If you're doing medium soft, you need to make overtakes like ASAP. But right now, though, Marlon is 1.7, so Marlon hasn't even been affected by the safety car. Oh, and scratch that. Edwards out.
Lickle is out,
and safety car.
A new safety car.
Well, I'm guessing he lost it by riding the curb, which they shouldn't do, because...
And we see people pitting.
Oh, that was legal. That was illegal from Jax. That could be investigated. That was way late to go across that line.
Well, this is gonna leave Curtis in second, it looks like.
Oh.
Tito, though, he sticks to his strategy.
Maybe he just wants to lead a lap. But yeah, it's helped Cameron, Noah, and Murad. They're third, fourth, fifth. But as we saw with Lewis mediums, the guys behind have now got their advantage back, because obviously if they pit, they're not going to lose that much time.
Not gonna lie though, another safety car, another few laps behind it, where you don't get as much tire wear. This strategy from Lewis here is starting to look better and better.
Oh, definitely. But near the end of this race, if he's still out on these mediums and he's got like Marlon behind him on a fresh set of mediums, he's going to be in a bit of trouble.
Oh, I don't doubt that for a moment.
Just as long as you don't do what I did in Monza, took a set of tyres to 92% on the tyre wear, you'll be fine. But yeah, Tito, I'm a bit interested about his strategy. He still needs to pit. Now, I don't know if he's planning if there's another safety car, but he's kind of screwed, because everyone's going to be a lot quicker.
Looking too unlikely.
He's got to make that car as wide as possible if he wants to try to win this race or to get points.
To defend, man. He really got to catch these others off guard there to keep that position, and with Lewis being on the mediums there, I think that's going to be difficult with the grip advantage, as we can see that the safety car stays out another lap.
Yeah, it'll be in next lap then, since everyone's caught up. That was just the first lap with the safety car. But yeah, Lewis right now though could throw himself a win.
Though, he has 3 hard runners right behind him that could make life a little difficult for Marlon on the rest of the medium runners there, so be interesting to see what Lewis can do with this.
Yeah, definitely. I bet though Lewis would wish that he was leading though, because you know he could have done what Marlon did, left the guys a bit sleepy and pulled away instantly. But he's not going to be able to do that, especially with Tito ahead of him on hards. He's just going to have to, as you said, hope that Murad, Noah and Cameron can hold the medium runners behind.
He got to pay attention on the restart and try and get Tito into turn 1.
Yeah, that as well. That's going to be crucial. If he gets him in turn 1 and builds already the 1 second gap, as long as you don't run into the back of him on a safety car list, then yeah, he should be fine for a couple of laps at least from Marlon, if Marlon's a lot quicker. Give him a bit of breathing room, but just have to wait. A couple more corners to go, and then the safety car will be in. That's one lap, number 10. You need to catch up to safety car there, Lewis. You're falling a bit behind. But will Steph this time, Sondre, pay attention to the safety car than last time when he got dropped by Marlon? I wonder if he's going to stay with him.
You would think he's learned, so... Or Lewis, though, he gotta get a bit closer to Tito. If not, Tito could...
Okay, that's a late call.
That is a late call.
That's because the Ferrari and the Alpine.
I think Tito is gonna leave it quite late because of that as well.
Well, he's gonna have to as well because he can't go until like Sifko's actually in the pits.
Oh.
Lewis.
Oh, and that's not exactly a...
Well, we're going 3 wide. Look at Marlon. He's already making a move, and he's into second. So into third, into what? Oh, there's a massive crash. Noah's off. What is happening already? Is Cameron is trying his best, but as you said, just getting swept up by the medium runners. But Marlon already in second. Lewis is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Look, Cameron's got a 5 second penalty. How? Look at Steph though. Oh, Noah's out. Oh, probably will be out. Spun it where MedTC, I believe, spun it.
However, though, I will have to say, even though it is a great restart by Marlon there, he has been helped out a bit by Tito's restart.
Well, Steph's passing him.
Not exactly being after the book there.
No. There's questionable that restart because it looked like he went and then... I don't know if that was because of the safety.
He did go.
I don't know if that was the safety car or was that him genuinely braking.
It's difficult to say, but nonetheless, even if it's because of the safety car, then like that's his responsibility to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yep. Oh, Lewis into the lead then.
Down the inside into the final corner.
Yeah, shoves him a bit wide there.
Marlon following right through.
Yeah, but Lewis now needs to pray that not get past if he wants to try and win this race.
I don't think he has a chance to defend, man.
What wings is Marlon running? As Steph's now making the move, and oh my god, almost crashed there. Cameron had to brake as well there. But Lewis, already in second. Steph, not that far behind. Cameron, though, is already trying to make a move on Tito. Tito's just parking a bus. Cameron's trying to find a way through. Noah's probably going to retire now. Yeah, he has. He's called it a day in the pits. You just see Cameron's a lot more confident than Tito right now. And Marlon's teammate, who couldn't make it today, is saying, Marlon, do it for me, mate. And, well, I think he is. Oh, was Cameron now under a bit of pressure by Brand. Brand makes the move. Oh, Cameron almost loses it there on the rear. You can see the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo in the background going side by side. Oh, oh my god, almost 3 wide. Ferret sends it, pushes Cameron off. We've definitely got fighting here, Sondre. It's going to probably end up in a crash the way this is going. The Alfa now trying to make a move around the outside, and they're through. Wow, almost 3 wide into that chicane. Isn't the best way to go. Cameron, though, he looks like he's coming back.
Oh, look at this. Ferenc on Brand. He's going to go down the inside into the final corner. And Nick is also looking at an opportunity here as Brand and Ferenc is side by side. You can see Ferenc's light is flashing. He's out of ERS. And it's going to make it difficult as we can see Brand pulling away. Our Ferenc though braking late. Barely leaving Brand enough room. And look at this, they're going to be 3 wide there.
Yeah, Nick was getting involved.
Have to back out. Oh, as Nick goes right down the inside on Brand there.
He does, and we're going to go about to Cameron. He's got the best view there. He's almost swiped Brand, Nick there did. But overtakes have happened. Cameron though, into 8th.
Some very close and aggressive racing between these guys right now.
Definitely, and while we were on about the aggressive racing from these lot, while we missed that, Steph made an overtake on Lewis, probably down the main straight, and he's now in second. Lewis drops to third, but Lewis got a bit of a gap now to Tito, 2.9 seconds. But right now, though, Nick is going to be probably challenging Ferenc in a second, but we're going to have to go on board with the championship contender against Marlon. Right now, he's 9th. Marlon wins this race. I believe he does have fast lap as well. He gets 17 points. Oh, okay, scratch that. Voller's just been whacked. And there's a big crash. Cameron is out. And wow, Voller's got big damage to the front wheel. That's a third safety car. Sandra, are you sure you're not driving in this race?
I am. However, I don't see much these drivers can do. Lewis decides to dive into the pit. I'm not sure if that's the right call by him.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what he's planning. Has he got damage?
How long can the softs go?
Softs can't go to the end. Yeah, he's going hard. What is he doing?
Oh.
Lewis. Yeah, I think it's time for Lewis to question about his career.
There.
He has. What is he playing at? The mediums could have easily gone that distance.
At least with another safety car like they have now, so...
Unless he's done this to pit, go back on like the mediums, but even then, that's silly. I don't understand what he's doing.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, I don't understand. He's completely threw me off guard here. Lewis, go into the pits, give another F3 drive the seat. That's just silly. Very silly by Lewis. But Voller though, Sandra, right now, out of the points. Marlon is in first. And it's 17 points a race. After this round, there'll be 2. Could he win it today?
I'm pretty sure he can win it today.
As obviously you're either opening a beer, getting a drink, or just something, as usual.
The first one was correct.
What, beer?
Maybe. Man, at this rate, the race is never gonna finish, you know, so you gotta have some refreshments.
Well, just as long as you don't fall asleep. But more on then. Will it be...
Yeah, I don't think I'll be falling asleep. Been quite a lot of action, man.
You said that yesterday and you fell straight asleep. But right now then, we're seeing if Lewis is going to pit again. No.
What are you talking about, fell asleep?
We'll talk about that. Right now though,
I went off early. I didn't fall asleep in a bar, you know.
Well, Voller then. 13th have gone back on his mediums. So, obviously with that wing change, he had to do that.
Well, in that case, it makes sense why he did it.
Yeah, he got when Cameron lost control of the car. But, exact same place where Edward lost it.
But what Lewis is thinking here, I don't understand it.
What am I witnessing in this chat?
Sure, he was on slightly older mediums than everybody else, but he was in third and had like track position. Unless he really didn't have faith in those tires lasting.
Yeah. Lewis, very questionable. Honestly, he screwed himself. He's done to me. Not the best strategy call. And usually, he's not bad at them. But, I don't know. At a push, softs at a push could go 8 laps. I said softs at a push could go 8 laps. At a push. I said round about lap 19 would be the best time to pit. But
safety car in this lap.
Well then. Marlon. Is again, everybody warmed up. Just don't do what Tito did.
Right now, by the way, Tito, fresh mediums compared to everybody else.
Yeah, he's a dark horse, but early on he just genuinely didn't have the pace on the same tyre as everybody else. Well, yeah, could see him move up a couple of positions, but Marlon is getting ready to go. And he hasn't had the best of restarts this time. Steph stayed with him, but Nick's under a bit of trouble now, as Brand's already trying to make a move already, as they're going neck and neck down the straight. And oh my god, Nick almost completely close to tall Brand.
Jack's trying it down the inside on Mally. Mally defends though, manages to keep the position.
No positions change. We have 13 drives remaining of this race. Var then has got to try something to pull it out of the bag to try and stay within this championship fight. Right now then, we're going to go on board with Tito as he's on fresh mediums. As Cameron's apologised to Voller for the wing damage.
Oh, look at Steph right
Actually,
now.
yeah, we are going on board with Steph.
Close to Marlon. Marlon in the lead, Steph right on his rear as they head into the final corner. Steph going a little bit wider, trying to get a good exit. Now on to the start-finish straight. Marlon though, very good straight line speeder, not gonna give Steph a chance to get a pass going into turn one.
No,
what about further down the grid? Anybody here? And oh, and Tito's around. Did not catch what actually happened there.
Lewis is slowing down. He just let them two through. I think he caused it. Lewis lately, he's been, I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely slowing down. I think he's going to let him back through to try not to get a penalty or anything like that, but I don't know. I'll look back to the fight up ahead. Steph versus Marlon. 3/10 the gap is right now. Steph apparently can easily remove his 3 seconds. Well, he can't if he's got another warning above that, but right now, though, Ferenc 5/10 behind these lot. Nick's not that far off. Everyone's within the DRS train at the moment. Steph gonna have a good run though. DRS isn't activated yet. It is now. Keeping up with Marlon's pace this time. As Lewis is in the pits, is he going to call it a day or is he going to go soft? And then call it a day?
Oh, he's got soft tyres on the car.
Well, I'll stay on board of Marlon right now then.
Steph right on the back of Marlon there.
Yeah, Marlon's not using any of his energy. I've noticed Steph's still got a lot of energy as well. But right now, Marlon doesn't look as confident.
No, it doesn't look as dominant as it did earlier in the race, and Steph might be able to pressure Marlon into a mistake or just simply get past for that matter, as we can see that Steph now has DRS, but Marlon looks like he has insane straight line speed.
Well, definitely, and I did do a calculation. Obviously, I will be told later today if it's right or not. But Marlon, if he wins this race and Boller don't get any points, he's won. Boller needs to score at least 9 points. So 1 point's not going to do it. Because the maximum points they can score is 51. With this round and the next 2 rounds.
Now then, Steph, Marlon not using either. Steph is... I don't think Steph has enough straight line speed to be able to get an overtake going.
Well, that also, his exit wasn't the best. Voller obviously has moved to 10th, so he's going to get a point at the moment, but he needs to do a lot more than that to try and get it. If Lewis takes the fastest lap, it'll go to 58, the gap. But he needs the gap to at least be 51 or 50 for Marlon not to win the drivers today. And Lewis is retired, so, well, there goes the answer. Steph, though, all on the back end. And yeah, you're right. Marlon looks like he's got a better setup on the straights compared to Steph. But Steph's got a better setup for the corners.
You can see Steph clearly having a better car through the corners, but then you can see when they go onto the straights that Marlon just have more straight line speed. He's not using a lot of his battery either to stay ahead.
Very interesting strategy.
But now we can see though Steph has used a little battery to set himself up for a move into the first corner, I'm assuming. Out of the final corner, getting a decent exit. You gotta use that ERS though. Look at Marlon just blitzing away.
Yeah, he used a bit of his energy there on that final corner. He went to 63% on his energy usage. Yeah, you could just tell. I think Steph's going to be patient though. I think if I was him, I'd wait a couple more laps and then probably go for it on lap 23.
I think he have to, because when he passes him, he gotta try to make sure that he can... that Marlon won't have too much time to get him back either, because Marlon is looking immensely fast on the straights.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just look at the corner in there. Steph gains a ton of time there, especially in the turning, but on the exits and then the little bits of the straight, the Mercs just pulls away a tiny bit and then gets caught back up in the corners. So Steph's going to have to work something out. Probably will. Could get his debut win on his debut race. Which I don't think that'll change the way the championship would go right now. Second's what, 12 points?
Yep.
No, it wouldn't. Even that wouldn't change it. Marlon would still win it.
Let's see then. Through the final corner.
Zen and Mali have just swapped positions. It's not using his battery. It's buying his time. Marlon is though.
On the exit, I assume.
Oh, there goes the fastest lap. Marlon no longer has it. So they don't flat fire Jabraka. So the gap should be 58 out of all that. Because he's only going to get 16 points. And a couple more laps remaining then of this race. Lap 21 at the moment, out of 25.
And the fight for the win is very much alive at the moment.
Steph gets a better exit mid-corner, but then he's going to have a solid run, Sandra. If he's going to go on lap 23, he's going to have a solid run either at this part of the track or on the main straight.
Yeah, I think he just got to try to stick as close as this until lap 24. That's when he got to try to do it into turn 1.
Oh, Tito's picked up a pen. He's not had a good race today.
He has not indeed. Marlon used a little more of his ERS, down to 56%.
Probably going to use a bit more, I'm guessing. Okay, Steph used a tiny bit this time round. Steph's using a bit more.
Using a tiny bit. Steph now though closing in, but look at this. Look at that straight line speed.
Yeah, he used at least 5% that time round. But he's just, I think he's just trying to scare him on a little bit to make a mistake. But Marlon hasn't made that many mistakes the past couple of rounds. Won most of them. I believe he's been on a win streak actually, the past couple of rounds as well. But Steph, you can just see in that sector alone, he's a lot quicker. Yeah, Marlon's won every round from Japan. So if he wins today, that'll be his 5th win. And yeah. He's in a bit of trouble.
Marlon using some of that battery now.
Yeah, I noticed he's put a bit away now this time round. Oh, but he made an error there. That's opened the door possibly for Steph to go for it this lap. He's lost a bit of time.
I don't think he should though. It's too early.
It is too early. It's the end of next lap. He should really go for it.
Both of them using some of their ERS on the exit there.
Yeah, he's going to be 45%. Oh, actually, Volado moves to 9th now. That's 2 points. So he's to 56.
Yeah. Steph getting close through these corners. Just trying to keep the pressure on Marlon now. As Jax, I believe, who's had a spin or something.
Yeah, he has. Just noticed that.
Look at this, Steph getting real close to Marlon here now. Marlon opting to use some of the battery. Steph does it as well, trying to stick as close to that Mercedes rear as possible. Now through the final corner, and look at how close Steph is. Marlon though, he's using that ERS on the exit now. But Steph counters, he's using some of his battery before now going into turn 1. Sits behind again. And personally, I think that is the right choice as well.
On Vola.
I think this is the lap to go for it into turn 1.
Yeah, especially then pull a bit of a gap, at least 5/10 off the Merc. You're going to have to do that, or you're going to be possibly in danger the next 2 straights.
Right on the back of Marlon here. You can see Steph has no issue to keep up in the corners, but a small mistake there though. That's not what you want.
Valdot moves to 8th and gets the fastest lap. I believe 8th is 4 points. Off the top of my head. Let's have a look. Yeah. What is it?
Steph getting a good run through there, now down towards the final corner. We can see Marlon, he's burning now. He's not going to give this position up. He's going to fight as hard as possible for it. Now into the final corner and out of the final corner. You can see Marlon, he has a good exit, but now Steph seems to be finally properly going for it, using that battery. The same is Marlon though, and Steph is not going to be able to do it here. He's going to have one more chance though, Jared.
Oh, especially hitting him in the rear. That isn't a good opportunity. But yeah, Vola will get 3 points. With the fast lap will be 4 right now to his total. So that'll be
Marlon, he knows
57.
It's just one more lap to survive these attacks from Steph before he takes another win this season.
Marlon could be coming around the final corner eventually soon to win the championship as well. Point gap between him and Vola is 55.
It's after this next corner here where we get DRS again. This is going to be Steph's last chance.
Oh, another mistake.
Either that or into
the next one.
The final corner.
Yeah, the next DRS zone will be the next one. He needs a good run.
DRS active. getting close to that Mercedes rear. He's going to go for it into the final corner, I think. Look at this. He's using his ERS now. He's got DRS. He's gaining. He is close. Marlon is going to defend that inside line. It's the last lap of the race on the outside. Steph. Marlon defends on the inside. Steph cuts back.
Oh, no!
Marlon loses it. And Steph is in the wall. And it's a big crash on the final corner. And who's going to win? It's going to be Brand who crosses the line in P1.
I don't think Marlon's won the championship though with that as well. Marlon actually might have to wait for the other round. That's cost him 4th. Mali 5th then. Voller does finish 6th. Zayn 7th. Murad 8th. Jabraka in 9th. Tito in 10th. But Steph will be kicking himself as he bottles it on the final corner, it looked like.
I don't think you can call that one a bottle for Steph there, Jared. I
had a shocking view, so I didn't see what happened.
Marlon who, well, from Steph's angle at least, it was Marlon who lost the back and got contact with Steph, and there it was inevitable that it was going to be bad.
Well, just unlucky then. Unlucky. But has he won it though? Let's have a look. How I do my quick calculations. So Marlon finished 4th. I'll do the official results first and I'll work it out. But I don't think he has. I think Voller's still somehow in it. But then, well, I think that's Brand's first victory as well in the F3 tier, and the other driver to score points and a win for Alpine. So then, here's your official results. Obviously, might change by the stewards. But Brand then takes the win with Nick, only 1/10 behind in 2nd. Frentz 3rd. Marlon 4th. Ali in 5th. Then Voller, good recovery in 6th. Doesn't get the fastest lap point in the end. Zayn 7th. Murad 8th. Jabraka in 9th. Tito 10th. And Jax in 11th. Steph does get classified for 12th. But then we have Lewis, Cameron, Noah, Lickle, Fruitful, and MedTC and Snipes all DNFing from today's race. So, I'll quickly work this out. So 4th. That
would be Brand's first win of the season as well, wouldn't
it? Yep. It will be. So
from 8th on the grid at the same time?
4th is 8 points.
And an unusual side of no Mercedes on the podium.
No Mercedes on the podium, and it stopped Marlon's win streak. He would have had 5 if he won. Voller, what did he get again? He got 6th, which is 5 points. Yeah, just 5 points, and he was on what? He was on that. Oh, scratch that. Marlon is not the champion.
Well, I can't be by March.
No, gap's 46 points. So he's only gained 3 points on him in the end. Which is a shame for Marlon, because he looked like he was going to take this championship right then and there. But, wow, it's going to round number 10, which is the United States race, Austin, I believe, or Quarter. So that'll be another action-packed race. Hopefully, not a lot of chaos as we've had today. Obviously, a lot of shooting for the PSGL stewards to look at. But what an exciting race indeed today! Kicked off from the start all the way to the last lap. Well then, Sondre, have you got anything to say before I close the stream down?
I don't believe I do.
Alright, fair enough then. Well then, I've been Iron Neon, or Jared Fosbury, been joined in the booth by the OAP himself, Mr. Sondre Soilg. But until then, I'll see you guys next time at the USA Grand Prix. But until then, goodbye for now.